Information Network. It's the win.
There's no right or wrong answer. Okay? This is for you to discover. Which came first? Was I happy and that's how I created more money? Or did I have money just come to me and then I felt happy? So these are how belief systems can affect us, our emotional links. So in other words, is there an emotional link between you being happy and having cash in your pocket? There could be. It didn't matter if they crossed. It was just, the whole point is if you were similar in your, if it was similar, that's one way, or if it was just almost opposites. Okay. Now this is not an exact science. This is just one way for you to find out what your belief system might be around being happy and having money in your life. Okay. How many of you are in debt? Okay. How's that feel? Okay. So there's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt, that's good debt is when you put money, it's called buying assets, okay? So that when you buy an asset, it puts money in your pocket. If you have debt and it doesn't put money in your pocket, then it's a liability, okay? That's pretty simple. Money in my pocket's an asset, money out of my pocket is liability. Okay, so if you feel bad that you're in debt, what do you think you feel? Guilt. And anybody read the Course in Miracles before? Guilt demands punishment. So if you're feeling guilty about being in debt, guess what? Or if you're feeling guilty about anything, guess what? You're going to punish yourself somehow, some way. Anybody ever done self-sabotage? Okay, that's where it comes from. That's where it comes from. So if you have that going on, I would suggest we work with you and release it. What's the opposite of guilt? Well, when the judge says, innocent, right. How many of us feel innocent around money? I like to roll in it. And we teach you how to feel innocent because you already are. There's no teaching. It's just helping you remember. Okay? It's just helping you remember, that's all. So, you are the master, not the slave, and we're going to help you release your feelings of being unworthy or not good enough or not deserving. You may say, Burge, how do we do that? Well, before I tell you, the one more thing I want to add in here, because this is my goal. Have you ever heard of precession? Precession is the effect of bodies in motion on other bodies in motion. That you have an effect. Other bodies in motion. Okay, this is a Buckminster Fuller. Okay, so when you drop a stone into a pool of water, what happens? It ripples. So you have an effect. So this body in motion affects another body in motion. Okay, and just like the stone, what about the earth and the moon? Do they have an effect? They're bodies in motion affecting other bodies in motion, yes? Yes. Okay. So then he said, oh, I don't have my green. Oh, well. We'll have a black one. Black flower stem. This is a rose. Uh-huh. You believe that? Oh, good. And see if you can guess what this is. Yes, oh gosh. It's a flying cigar. Okay, so what is the goal? How many of you we've been talking about goals all weekend, yes? Okay, so what's the goal of the bee? Well, the goal of that bee is to go get the nectar, 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 nectar. That's the goal. What is the actual reason or bigger picture? What happens when he's going for the nectar? He's cross-pollinating. His true purpose. His true purpose is to cross-pollinate. Remember back in the science class where you're stepping on the bees are stepping on the flowers and they're saying, we're cross-pollinating today? Well, does the bee wake up every morning and go, I'm going to go cross-pollinate today? Does he? No, he's nectar, 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 nectar. So Bucky said we're like this. We're like the bees. He calls us money bees. So we make goals, which are important. And if this is the goal, money, love, cash, whatever, we're somewhere else, right? If this is a goal, we're over here. So the reason why we go for the goal is really we're having an effect, what our true purpose is. In other words, we may never know. Sometimes have you ever gotten a goal and you reached it and you went, oh, that's good, now what? You ever done that? Okay, so you get there and then you go, now what? The reason why is because this isn't it. This is it. Your true purpose is it.
It's the win.